Hello, I'm attorney Francesco Ficci Martinez with Ficci Martinez Law Firm P.L.L.C. I am an immigration attorney with offices in Jacksonville, North Carolina and Fayetteville, North Carolina. Today's question is, what is the repercussion of a false claim to U.S. citizenship? Now, I know that question sounds very legal, a false claim to U.S. citizenship, but what does that mean? It means pretending to be a U.S. citizen, having documentation that states you're a U.S. citizen, such as a U.S. citizen birth certificate, whether it's from North Carolina or from Puerto Rico. Having a driver's license where that state requires you to state that you're a U.S. citizen. Another form of a false claim to U.S. citizenship is registering to vote and voting. Both of those are something that only U.S. citizens can do, and when someone holds themselves out as to, I'm eligible to vote and I am voting, both of those are very, very bad. There are many other examples of false claim to U.S. citizenship. One that's very common is I-9 fraud, stating on your I-9 form that you are a U.S. citizen, which is very common because most people only have to show a U.S.-based driver's license and a Social Security card. If you came here on a different visa and you still have a driver's license from a state that didn't have it expire with your visa, and you had a visa that allowed you to acquire a Social Security card, you usually have the means to do I-9 fraud. However, all these kinds of examples, all these instances of false claim to U.S. citizenship has a very negative result, a very negative side effect. A false claim to U.S. citizenship makes the individual unable to ever become a U.S. citizen, essentially, by law. And additionally, it can make them immediately deportable, meaning the U.S. government could deport you for pretending to be a U.S. citizen. Regardless of whether you're a visa holder, regardless of whether you're an undocumented illegal immigrant, regardless of whether you're a green card holder, anybody who is not a U.S. citizen that pretends to be a U.S. citizen will be punished by making a false claim to U.S. citizenship. I hope this answer is not very negative. It's not meant to scare you, just meant to educate on pretending to be something that you're not, pretending to be a U.S. citizen when you're not, does have consequences. If you have done something like this, if you pretend to be a U.S. citizen in some sort of application, whether it's to a driver's license, the DMV, to acquire a U.S. passport, to try to vote, to try to work, anything that stated you're a U.S. citizen and you were not when you filed that application or made that statement, you should speak with a local immigration attorney and see what sort of repercussions are going to happen. There is possibly some relief depending on when the statement was made, how it was made. However, a local immigration attorney would be able to hear your side of the story and would hopefully be able to help defend you against the deportation if that is being brought against you. I hope this answers your question. Thank you for your time.